We have seen countless exciting and bigger megaprojects being completed in the past year, but the story and the construction of these monsters will continue in 2025. Many projects have been announced, many investments will now be completed, and finally, a few projects have been announced to restart. Today, I bring you the biggest megaprojects of 2025, which will be completed in the next year. Number 10. Faw Frankfurt. Germany's economic center is centered in the east, with Frankfurt being the most important center. The next project includes 4 skyscrapers, which are intended to provide more office buildings for entrepreneurs and companies, but will also house hotels and apartments. The tallest of the 4 towers is 233 meters and the smallest is 100 meters, so each is essentially a skyscraper. The buildings will have restaurants and transportation options at the bottom, and an outdoor balcony will be located higher up. The tallest building will be 55 stories high, with offices on each floor. The second tallest, at 173 meters, will be the tallest residential building in Germany, while the third tallest, at 120 meters, will contain hotels. The buildings have been designed to be as green as possible and have been designed to fit into the modern cityscape. The project costs $1.1 billion. Number 9. Guggenheim Abu Dhabi. The next mega project is being built in Abu Dhabi, the capital of the United Arab Emirates, and is primarily aimed at culture. The Guggenheim Abu Dhabi will be a museum of approximately 42,000 square meters, making it the largest Guggenheim in the world, surpassing its competitors in New York, Venice, and Bilbao. The interior exhibition will focus primarily on Middle Eastern artists, and the shape of the building itself is inspired by Islamic style and Arabic architecture. Even the towers and walls are designed to keep the museum area cool by deflecting winds. The building itself is already largely completed, and the first exhibition will open to the public in 2025. Number 8. Faw Grand Port Phase 1. The next project is being built in Iraq, and it aims to make the country a more significant player in the world's shipping lanes. Currently, Iraq's economy is largely based on the ports of Kuwait and the United Arab Emirates, and they want to become independent from them. When it is completed, it will be one of the largest ports in the Middle East, almost as big as Dubai Port or Qatar's Hamad Port. Faw Grand Port is being built in several phases, the first of which is scheduled to be completed in 2025, and will include a container terminal, a residential area and other infrastructure centers. Oil will be the main export from here, but the port will also handle 3.5 million containers a year when it is fully completed sometime in 2045. Number 7. The One Toronto. This mega project is planning to build Canada's tallest building in Toronto, the country's largest city. It will be 306 meters tall, with 85 floors, and the project is almost complete, only the interior spaces need to be designed. With a height of over 300 meters, it is considered super tall, and there has been no precedent for the construction of this type of building in the country. In terms of its use, it will also be mixed, as it will contain everything from offices to hotels and apartments, and there will even be an observation deck on the top floor, from which you can see the entire city. It will be handed over in 2025 or 2026, a definite date is not yet known. The costs will reach $2 billion. In addition to being a record-breaking high-rise, the new tower will also reform Toronto's skyline and open up new business opportunities for entrepreneurs. Number 6. Jeddah Metro. Now that the world's most modern metro system has been operational in Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia, let's take a look at the progress of the Jeddah Metro in the second largest city. 3 lines are planned, each with the aim of increasing the proportion of public transport commuters to 30% from the current 1% to 2%. A total of 3 lines are planned. Phase 1 would connect King Abdulaziz International Airport with Prince Abdullah Al Faisal Stadium, as well as the Al Ruwais Center in Al Qazam. This project is scheduled to start in 2025 and is planned to be completed in phases by 2030. A tram line is also planned for the city, but this is unlikely to happen anytime soon. Once completed, it will be Saudi Arabia's third metro network. Number 5. Gordie Howe International Bridge. This project is being built in the United States and will connect Detroit, Michigan with Windsor, Canada. This massive project aims to speed up trade and improve transportation between the two countries by building a new bridge over the Detroit River. With a length of 2.5 kilometers, the bridge will be the longest bridge in North America and the 10th largest bridge in the world. It will provide 6 lanes for cars, thus speeding up transportation. The construction will also involve various challenges, including the need to build cohesion-free cables and ice-free road surfaces. This will also include the various services that will need to be built along with the bridge, as it will be the largest border crossing between the United States and Canada. It is expected to be completed in early 2025 and will cost more than $6.4 billion. Number 4. Project Apex. Apex in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, is a sustainability project that focuses on the use of electric car engines and batteries. The $3 billion Apex plant will produce batteries on an industrial scale, producing up to 250,000 cars per year. Once fully operational by the end of 2025, this capacity could increase to 750,000 vehicles. The plant will be based on a new type of hydro-to-cathode technology, which allows for the efficient recovery and reuse of quality batteries directly from recycled batteries. This will reduce the amount of chemical waste and make production 40% cheaper. In addition, other materials such as metal salts or precursors will be produced, so that the entire production process can be carried out domestically. Other methods will be used to eliminate non-green solutions from the plant, making it one of the greenest battery development plants in the United States. Number 3. Woven City. Toyota is one of the largest companies in Japan, and perhaps one of the most famous car manufacturers in the world. Now the company is planning to build a city at the foot of Mount Fuji on an area of 175 hectares. But what would motivate a company that is basically engaged in the production of cars and motorcycles to build a city? Well, this is an experimental project, and there are also environmental reasons for this. They want to rethink sustainability and eco-friendly living options. The city will have separate zones for cars and pedestrians, and will focus more on environmentally friendly transportation solutions than cycling or scooters. They will also pay attention to building as many green areas as possible, since most of the 708,000 square kilometer city will be green, and the buildings will also be built from sustainable materials, such as wood. This is where technology comes in, since smart homes and people will be connected to each other with the latest high-tech, and robotics and artificial intelligence will appear. The investment cost is $10.13 billion and is expected to be completed by mid-2025. Number 2. Ciel Tower. In the previous video, we mentioned the Ciel Tower under construction in Dubai, which will be the tallest hotel-only building in the world. This project plans to target tourism, which is the main economic income of Dubai. Namely, they want to build a hotel in the Marina district. Construction began in 2018 and is scheduled to be completed in 2025, with investors in the project promising that it will be the world's tallest hotel-only building. The 82-story tower will house more than 1,042 rooms, including 150 high-end suites. The project is being developed by First Group and will later be managed by IHG Hotels and Resorts. After many delays, the building looks like this now, but it was originally scheduled to open in 2024, but that was pushed back to next year. The estimated cost of the skyscraper is around $500 million. Number 1. Sydney Metro. As I reported in a previous video, Sydney is building one of the world's largest metro networks, the central line of which will include 31 stations. The second phase of the 66-kilometer-long metro line, which will be built in 3 phases, was completed in 2024, so it will reach the busiest points of the city center by running under Sydney Harbour. But there is still a challenge ahead, namely the completion of the third phase, which is currently under construction, which will also reach the southern parts of the city. In addition, one of the most important central stations in the city center, Marine Place, will also open, which is located at one of the largest economic centers. The network contains huge world-class futuristic stations, most of them located underground, and the entire line is operated by automatic Metropolis trains manufactured by the French company Alstom. The network costs $20.5 billion, thus opening Australia's first traditional metro network. These will be the biggest projects of 2025. Which one did you like the most? Write it in the comments, and if you want to see similar content in the future, subscribe. Thanks for watching, see you in the next time.